November in the Nordic countries. It's cold, it's dark, and quite often rainy. So we want clothes that can keep us warm and that dry quickly if they get wet. Nowadays, these clothes are mostly made of synthetic fibers, of plastic. But in the future, we might make them out of wood from our forests. Now, I know, making textiles out of wood is no new invention. We've got viscose, lyocell, modal, ion cell, just to name a few. But they have this problem, that they are all very hydrophilic. They absorb water, which isn't great for sportswear or outdoor clothing. Now, I'm focusing on the ion cell process, but I'm changing the recipe to make the fibers more hydrophobic by adding lignin. Here is how it works. So I start with dissolving pulp and lignin, a hydrophobic type of lignin, and I dissolve it in an ionic liquid to create a spinning dope. Then I extrude the ionic liquid and the lignin cellulose solution through tiny holes into filaments and into water, where the water dissolves the ionic liquid and the cellulose and lignin regenerate into solid textile filaments that I then cut into fibers that I can use in textile production, just like any other textile fiber. Now, in terms of mechanical strength, adding lignin makes them weaker than working with pure cellulose. But I can still make textile-grade fibers out of them and okay textiles. Then when it comes to hydrophobicity, I'm working with two properties, namely moisture absorption from air and surface wettability. Adding lignin into the fibers makes the moisture absorption up to 20% less than pure cellulose. And the best results come from treating them with heat and pressure before. Then in terms of surface wettability, it's a little bit more complicated. You see, when the fibers are dry, so when we're working with the advancing contact angle, my lignin cellulose fibers are better than pure cellulose fiber. They have a greater contact angle. But when the fibers are wet, my fibers have a lower contact angle, so they are more hydrophilic. Now, isn't that interesting? Now, the next part of my research will take place outside of the laboratory. I will look into the industry and kind of get the perspective more from a management point of view. I'll try to figure out the challenges and opportunities and how to overcome and obstacles. So if you're working in this field, I would really like to talk to you. It's time for us to phase out the oil from our outdoor clothes and sportswear. My name is Helena Westerback, and as a doctoral researcher from Aalto University, that is my vision.